Go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially live with another Staffmark Podcast episode coming your way. This is for November, of course. We usually do them on the final Friday of every month at 11 a.m., but with Thanksgiving being next week, we decided to roll with the third Friday, and we have an amazing guest here with me today. And before we get started into introducing her, I wanted to just wait a second to see if we'll have some visitors here and some viewers that are going to be jumping on. If you're new here, and you've never seen my face, I am Haley Franklin, and I am the market manager of the Staffmark branch in Florida for the entire state. So I'm very honored to hold that title and very honored to be the podcast host for Staffmark and to bring these amazing faces to you and all of the things in the staffing world and the realm of just our community partners, what is happening and what's moving and shaking within the staffing industry. So very excited to bring these people to you and let you meet them. All right, we do have a few people joining us. I can see the ticker on the side going up. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Melissa, thank you so much for joining me. I would like to start by introducing her. So we've got a wonderful guest here, Meliss Fulmore-Hardwick, and she is the Chief Information Officer and the Executive Global Workforce, Global Workforce Executive for RGF Staffing. So we are so proud to have her. And before we jump in, I also wanted to mention that she was just awarded one of the most amazing awards that could ever be given. She is named the 2025 National Veteran of the Year for the entire United States. So I could not be more thrilled to have you here with me today, Melissa. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much, Haley, for having me. I would not have missed it. Although all the things have happened this morning, I'm like, I've got to be with Haley
Thank you so
today.
much.
So thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. So let's just jump right in to our little script here. I wanted to ask you a few questions so our viewers can learn a little bit more about you. Let's start off with, can you just tell us a little bit about RGF Connect or CSI Companies and what exactly you and your team do for the region and how long that you've been in your role?
Yes, thank you so much, Haley. So you were calling off my title a little bit ago, and I know it seems complicated. So I have served in the role of CIO for CSI Companies for the last 3.5 years in Jacksonville, Florida. And during my time, of course, as CIO, we are owned by a company called RGF Staffing, headquartered in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And so part of that role was they asked for each CEO, there are 10 companies, and another executive from their team to do a challenge. It was called the CEO Challenge I think it was in 2022. And we had to solve three issues that we had to solve for. Bottom line is we won. CSI won that challenge.
Yes.
And as a result, we started an internship program bringing some students that were underrepresented, maybe have never even known what it was like to be in technology into those spaces. So we partnered with colleges and we did that. We had this program. The program was successful at CSI. And so our global CEO decided that he wanted that program to go global.
That's
and
amazing.
So we are now doing this in 10 countries, 4 continents. RGF staffing is on the map, trying to change the game for how we see talent and how we bring talent in. So we're working with some communities that are that have barriers, if you will, to the workplace. And we're a staffing company, so why wouldn't we show up in that space? And so love working with Staffmark Group. They are certainly a leader in this great work. And so I was asked by the global parent company for 2 years to come and lead this charge, if you will, for the program RGF Connect. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
No, it's seriously so cool to just shed a little bit of light on what you're doing. I mean, being here in Florida is amazing. I mean, Jacksonville is not that far away. So
Absolutely.
I think it's very awesome that you're here in Florida and it's something that we can bring to our community. It's really
Absolutely.
great. I'm happy to be
Absolutely.
a part of it, a
Oh,
small,
yeah.
very small piece of it.
And shout out to the fact, you mentioned being Veteran of the Year, and I'm certainly honored to have served and even more honored to receive the award for 2025. But I think about the work we're doing right now, even with veterans, and
Mhm.
certainly my partner in Cincinnati at Staffmark Group, uh,
Yes.
Matt,
Shout out,
is out
Matt.
doing this good work. And so I'm excited.
Yes, yes, we're very excited to be helping bridge the gap there too. Let's talk about, I love this question. Give me a little insight to the story about your journey to this point.
So I was an accounting major in college and went to college on a full ride scholarship and did some partying and made some choices that were not probably the right choices in
As
college.
we all do, as
Yeah,
we all
yeah.
do.
And I lost my scholarship, had to go back
Aw,
home. I was so embarrassed. And so ran into a recruiter that provided me with an opportunity to join the Army, pay for school, and allow me to serve. And it changed my life. It
yeah,
literally changed the trajectory of my life. And so I did that, realized in the military that I really was a leader. Went to work in corporate once I got out of the military. I grew up in leadership, worked for a company, and they acknowledged the fact that I was, in fact, more technical than I thought, but I've always been a business person. So I've been able to merge that gap of business and technology. And I think that's what has allowed me to grow into the leadership and executive roles that I'm in today.
that's amazing. So many transferable skills. I just met with a high school yesterday and talked to a group of kids, and I say kids, but youth. And we talked about transferable skills and
Mhm,
how it all
mhm.
begins in high school and college, and you
Yeah,
really build up those skills to get you to be successful in the workforce. So I
absolutely.
love it.
Absolutely.
What is your favorite part about your current role?
Oh wow. This is the work that I absolutely love to do. Even in the C-suite, right? Helping people that may have been overlooked. They have barriers, and not just barriers um, because they are lack of skills, right?
Right.
But just barriers, whether you're a senior and you're over 55, but you're still able to learn, right? And
Yes.
work and give to a company. Maybe you're a young adult and maybe you've just not had the training you needed yet. Maybe there are biases that people have, and so
Mhm.
you've been overlooked. In this work, I get to seek out these types of people, provide them with some workforce readiness training, match them to jobs that we have opened in our operating companies. And when you do this, I think of, we have a testimonial from a client where they said someone came to them that was at a barrier. They provided them work. They recalled the person riding a bicycle to work. Months later, they started driving. Year later, they bought a house, got married. So to know that our companies are changing lives. So now you've changed a person's life, that changed their family's life, that is now changing our community. And that absolutely gives me the juice to know that I have a hand in changing lives. And so
Yes.
I'm excited about it.
It truly is the best part of staffing. I say it all the time, and I know it sounds cliche, but helping people is literally the foundation of what we do. And seeing it come to fruition is the best, most heartwarming thing. It truly is. I love
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
All right. So, can you give us an example of a success story that started with an individual and then turned into possibly full time employment at a company like in our region or in Jacksonville? Just an example of
Yeah,
that whole
yeah.
trajectory.
Um, Again, the program that we ran started with hiring interns. And we had an intern that was a student, came from a single parent home. And this student was extremely brilliant, had some challenges personally, but extremely
Mhm.
brilliant. Brought him into work. They did an amazing job. We were able to hire them.
Yes.
And this kid bought his mom a car. He bought his mom a car. Like it
Yeah,
is it
cold
and
chills.
when
I
I
love it.
think about stuff like that, had it not been for the good work that we were doing in that space, that would have never happened. And so I see
That's
stuff like
amazing.
that, and you see these kids grow. So now he has the skills that he can get better employment, right? And so it's those kind of success stories, and that's just one of many. That when you hear that, you're like, you know what? I'm doing the right thing.
Yes. And
We are in the right business, Haley. We are in the right.
absolutely. I wholeheartedly believe that. And it's a generational thing too, because they've probably got siblings or cousins that see the greatness that
That's right.
they did on their own, and it's
Catches
amazing.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
So let's talk about, we talked about a success story, and now I know I like to keep these around 15 minutes or less just because people and their attention spans, they don't last too long. So let's get into one of the last couple of questions here. Would you like to mention anything else exciting happening inside of your organization right now that viewers might want to be able to learn or take advantage of?
Sure. So within RGF staffing, again, we have 10 companies. And each of those operating companies have a program that they specialize in, right? Whether it is seniors that are returning back to work, right? Whether it is young adults that we mentioned that are doing internships that have come out of foster homes, and we are now changing their lives and educating them, matching them to jobs. Disabled community. We have a very large partnership with a global company that is looking to us, right, to staff because they recognize that the work we're doing and the training that we are providing and the coaching actually serves their company. And so we are partnering with clients that have very similar ESG goals that they would love to solve. And we become the client, or those clients become the clients that we want to do business with, and we become their partner of choice for staffing. And so I'm so excited about it. I get to travel
Yeah.
to the various countries. In 2 weeks, I'll be on my way to Europe, Belgium, Germany, Amsterdam, possibly
Oh,
France. And
how
I just,
fun.
it is amazing. And I love this because it is global. It is big, right? Sometimes we make an impact in our own community, and that may be as far as we go. And that's enough. That's big, right? But
Mhm.
for me to
It
have
is.
an opportunity to do this globally, I don't take it lightly. And I'm just thankful that I get the opportunity to serve in this capacity.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I love it. Let's talk
It is.
about, okay, so this has been a conversation that you and I and Matt and a couple of other leaders in our organizations have been having, but let's talk about a thought of how we can partner up to provide resources to individuals.
So, I love the fact that you are in Florida, right? And we have a Jacksonville presence already. But it is exciting to know that there is an opportunity for us to partner. We have a very strong program built around students, the youth, as you mentioned. We stood up a high school in one of our underserved communities where they didn't even really have Wi-Fi, but it
Wow.
was the technology school of choice. And so the work that we did, we went into that high school and did some programs. The team, IT leaders would go there every other week and do different sessions. We would love to partner with you, Haley, on the work you're doing in Hillsborough County around that same space. Internships, right? The internship program that we have is tried and true, and
Yeah,
we'd love to partner with Staffmark Group. But what we also think is a great idea is the Jacksonville area is a high veteran community. And
100%.
so how can the work that you guys are doing with veterans, how can that spill over maybe into the Jacksonville area? So we're excited about the opportunity to see how we can make that work. But when I think about it, at the end of the day, we're changing lives. We're providing good talent. So whether it's youth, whether it's veterans, whether it's seniors, whether it's disabled folks, we're excited to do this good work and love to do it
Yes.
together.
I am so, so excited to get the ball rolling with that. I just cannot wait to see what's going to unfold. Very
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
Before we conclude, I did want to just mention something very cool that our viewers probably don't know watching this for the first time or maybe seeing our faces for the first time. You have a book.
Ah,
I think this is the coolest thing. So you have a book. It's called From Grit to Greatness. It is literally in my cart right now. Matthew
it's
McGowan
so
told me
cute.
about it. I'm like, I cannot wait to read this. So can you tell us a little bit about it and give us just like a little inside scoop?
Yeah, it is. I don't when I think of being an author, it's something that I had a dream of doing, for a couple years now, and for my 55th birthday. That was the gift to myself to publish the book. Um, but what is so important to me, and I remember my interview for Veteran of the Year, they said, just give us a word that describes you. And my word has always been gritty, right? I feel like you can take this grit wherever you go. I've been teaching Bible study lessons at my church, and it's been around grit. And whatever you do, right? That is the intersection of perseverance, passion, resilience, right? And I believe that once you have decided that failure is not an option for me, that's what that book was about. It was about me growing up with all the tools, going to college, not finishing. So the plan didn't happen according to how I
Mhm.
had it mapped out, but I was able to pivot, right? And when I thought that the military, while it wasn't a part of my plan, it was a detour that became strategic for me. And so it's changed my life. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about my
Yes.
journey and how I believe that there is something to having grit. And I think that's something, even when I think about, I have a 13-year-old. One of the things when I think about, yeah, you get good grades in school, that's really important, but are you resilient? Can you be
Mhm.
flexible? Can you fail and get back up and try again? And so I'm trying to teach him fail fast, right? Things don't always work out how you have planned it, but you got to have that grit that says, I'm going to get back up and I'm going to try again. And so it's
That
about that
is
greatness.
so true. It's funny. Before I even met you, we had branch goals, of course, in the new year, and they asked us what word we are going to focus the branch on. And my word in the new year was grit.
Oh
And
my
this was before I even knew that
God,
you can,
connection.
yes. And I think it's such a testimony to why, like, we get along so well and the energies. I mean, if
Yeah.
you say you're going to do something, you put your mind to it and you do it. There is no other option. And I think
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
success is. I mean, it's encompassed around. So,
I agree. I
so
agree. And
exciting.
I've had conversations with people like, would you rather hire somebody that's extremely intelligent or extremely talented or somebody that's gritty, right? And we can just talk about this stuff all day. I absolutely love it.
Yes.
But I believe you can have people that are extremely brilliant, but
Hmm.
they don't know how to pivot. They don't know how to continue. They get sidetracked and can't hold on to what the prize really is. And so
It's
I
true.
love the fact that I think if you have that grit, then you'll stick to it. You'll stick to
100%. Totally agree with you. So everybody go out and buy her book. I have it in my car. I'm going to read it. I can't wait to come back and tell you all about how I loved it.
it. It's cute. Thank
Um,
you.
but yes, thank you again so much, Melissa,
Thank
for being
you.
on
Thanks
here
for
with
having
me.
me.
Thank you all for joining us. I had a guest last month. He was our top viewed podcast. I've been doing this for a year. So we've had about 12 guests, and he hit, I think, over 6,000 views. So your goal now, Melissa, we got to get you over that 6,000 viewpoint. So
I'm quite competitive, Haley. Don't do this to me over the holidays.
I'm going to share it out
Happy
to everyone.
Thanksgiving. Watch this link.
Yes, I love
Game
it.
on. Game
So,
on.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next month, we are going to have, which the same kind of thing next month with Christmas falling on close to the fourth Friday. We're going to do it on the third Friday at 11 a.m. Once again, we are going to have our very own Staffmark Group CEO, Miss Stacy Lane, join us.
Love her, love her, love her.
Yes, so you will have to tune in for that
Oh,
too.
I got to compete with Stacy too.
You guys are going to be head to head now, November and December. But
Good stuff.
yes,
Good
we
stuff.
will have her for our December guest, and she's a ball of energy. You guys will
She
love her
is.
too.
Yes, she is.
And thank you all so much for tuning in. Catch us next month and like and share this out to all of your friends and family. We appreciate you and happy Thanksgiving to everyone. See you next month. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you for having me, Haley.
Yes.